Greg, thank you for your help on this.
Lord, it's good to be here.
You know, a subpoena is an order compelling someone to testify. We usually hear about them in the court system. So here's the question: how can Congress issue a subpoena?
Criminal investigations in Congress are as old as the Republic. Article 1 gives Congress the power to do what is necessary and proper to carry out their legislative functions, and that's been held by the Supreme Court to mean issue subpoenas to compel citizens to appear and answer a tough question before committees.
We spoke earlier with Congressman Tim Burchett, who introduced the Maxwell subpoena motion during our YouTube live stream. One of the topics he addressed was whether he might face political blowback, including from the White House, over that move.
They're not angry with the path I took. And I take that as a couple of reasons. I think he sees that I'm not, owned by any of these other groups. And they respect my independence, but they know that truthfully, that I just want to get to the bottom of the thing. I'm not trying to crucify anybody. I just, unless they're involved with children, and then I'll be the first one to drive the nail.
Okay, so let's talk about the limits of a congressional subpoena. What can it not do? What can they not do with this?
You can't interfere in separate sovereigns such as states. It has to be tied to a legislative function. Can't be intended to annoy or harass. But this is going to be explosive. What Congressman Burchett did on the Oversight Committee was file a motion to have a subpoena issued. It was granted, and it was the subpoena heard around the world. There are feelers out that Ghislaine Maxwell may, in fact, want to testify before Congress. Interesting. If she disregards the subpoena, Congress could actually physically hold her in contempt.
But usually if someone is held in contempt, what do? They go to jail. She's already in prison.
Right. That's not been done for 80 years. To have criminal contempt, you have to have the Department of Justice file a criminal petition. You could hold her in civil contempt. But Congressman Burchett was very insightful. This individual has been convicted of 5 trafficking crimes, including transporting minors and enticing them to have illegal sex. And he said basically that he's going to ask tough questions when he gets her before that committee and hold those accountable that were a part of this giant conspiracy that went on in secret for years.
And who's to say if she does end up, and there are lots of hurdles to cross before that could ever happen, if she does end up testifying, who's to say she won't take the fifth on every single question?
She will, as long as her appeal is still pending to the U.S. Supreme Court on whether she gets the benefit of a plea agreement Epstein signed in 2007 in the Southern District of Florida. Once that is resolved, I don't think that she has a Fifth Amendment right. So it'll be interesting, though, whether her lawyers are going to try to use her cooperation with Congress and the country, because Congressman Burchett said he wants it out in the open, he wants transparency, to try to barter a better deal for Ghislaine Maxwell, who's in jail doing 20 years.
We'll be watching. Greg, thank you.
And if you have a legal question, send it to AskIsaacs@WATE.com. And remember, we talk with Greg every Wednesday at 5:30 right here on Channel 6. And for a deeper conversation, you can watch right now on WATE 6+.